For this activity, you are going to need these numbered cards. They are over there on the Pathways shelf in the activity binder. So go ahead and grab a little packet of these numbers and then come back to me. So what I'd like you to do is I would like for you to get out the cards 2, 6, and 3. We're going to be talking about them. 2, 6, and 3. You can pause the video if you need to do that. And then I want you to line up the cards 2, 6, and 3 as if you were doing a multiplication problem with them. How would you lay the cards 2, 6, and 3 to show a multiplication problem? Well, I would hope that you would put 2 and 3 together and then have 6 over here. And you would be representing 2 times 3 equals 6, correct? Very correct. But there is also another way that we could do this. You could also switch 3 and 2 around, correct? We could write down 3 times 2 is 6, correct? 3 times 2 is 6. When you switch the multiples around in a multiplication problem, does the answer change? No. 3 times 2 is the same as 2 times 3. The answer is still 6. Well, this is called something the commutative property of multiplication. That's what that's called. When you can switch numbers around in a multiplication problem, switch the multiples around, you still get the same answer. And an easy way to remember the commutative property is driving down the road on the highway. A lot of people commute to work. It's called commuting. They have to drive a long ways. Well, the people commuting go back and forth. And both ways they're commuting. They're still getting to work or to home. So commutative property means you can go both ways. Either way, you can have 3 times 2 to make 6, or we can do switching them around and have 2 times 3 to make 6. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to ask you to get another set of numbers out. All right, the next set of numbers I want us to focus on is 12, 3, and 4. Go ahead and get those cards out of your baggie. And then I want you to lay the numbers 12, 3, and 4 out as if you were doing a multiplication problem. Pause the video and then do that now. All right, in front of me, excuse me, in front of me I have 12, 3, and 4, and I'm going to do something that might seem a little different, but it actually is true. I have 12, whoops, excuse me. I have 12 equals 3 times 4. Now look at that for a second. That's different than what we've seen before, isn't it? But it's true. 12 equals 3 times 4. It's just in a different order. Okay? Now a minute ago we talked about the commutative property, and that's where the multiples in a multiplication problem, you can switch them back and forth and you'll still get the same answer. I want you to go ahead and switch the multiples around in front of you. I'm going to pause the video and then we'll decide on what our answer was. All right, well, if you had switched the multiples around in the multiplication problem, right now you should have 12 equals 4 times 3. It was 12 equals 3 times 4, but we switched the multiples and we made 12 equals 4 times 3. Our answer didn't change. The answer is still 12. The commutative property means you can switch the multiples around in any order and still get the same answer. All right? So that's just something I want you to remember, the commutative property. Think about commuters on a highway. They're going back and forth. Okay, you can switch the multiples back and forth and you will still get the same answer.